Hello and welcome to the second watch along of the day. It is Northampton Saints hosting. It's the third watch along of the day. I do beg your pardon, but it is the third watch along of the day. It is Northampton Saints hosting Ulster in this one. It's the Challenge Cup quarter final. It's the final one of the weekend, alongside, of course, Montpellier against Benetton. We just watched a brilliant game in, of course, we just watched Northampton. We didn't watch Northampton. No, we haven't watched them yet. We watched Exeter Chiefs against Leinster. What a game that was. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at some of the comments. YouTube's already in the chat. How are you doing? Come on, the Ulsterman. Wear an Ulster shirt. Don't have one. Can't wear one. Don't have one. Unfortunately, I don't have. I do have one somewhere, but I just couldn't find it. So I'm going to wear a Northampton one this evening. Let's see how this one goes. Really excited to see how this game goes this evening. Make sure if you're new and you're watching to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the stream as well. But you're more than welcome here. You're very, very welcome here. Hope you are all doing very well this evening and ready for another fantastic match, hopefully, in this competition. Absolutely buzzing for this one. So Northampton Saints against Ulster. We'll go through the teams in just a second. About 10 minutes to go until kickoff down at Franklin Gardens. So really excited to see how this game goes this evening. Really, really excited to see how it goes. Actually, can't wait for it. Right, let's have a look then. Iofi says Stockdale will score a hat-trick. Let's see. Let's see how he does this evening. Let's see what impact he can have on the game. Be interesting to see what he can do in this match for sure. It is, of course, Sale Sharks. We watched them earlier on lose against La Rochelle in the Champions Cup. And then we've just watched Leinster absolutely destroy Exeter. And what a brilliant game of rugby that was earlier on as well. Really enjoyed that game as well. But we're ready for this one. Northampton Saints against Ulster Challenge Cup quarter-final. Both teams have gone for very strong sides. Don't forget, as always, just before we crack on, there's an option of a super chat if you'd like to support the channel financially. You're more than welcome to do that. Again, there's no pressure to do that if you don't want to, but you can either do that so you can purchase a highlighted message if you'd like to, and that will come up highlighted in the chat, or you can purchase a sticker. Again, will come highlighted up in the chat. Feel free to do that if you'd like to. It's massively appreciated, but there is no pressure on you to do it if you don't want to. We're also going to be keeping an eye out tonight on Montpellier against Benetton as well, seeing how that goes. And we'll have a chat about the other games as well throughout the afternoon. So you're more than welcome here. Make sure that you've liked the stream and subscribed. We're going to have a look at the teams in just a second and see how they line up. But what a day of rugby we have had here on the channel. It's been absolutely brilliant to get into it. So much good rugby to have been watched. I'm very, very excited to see how it pans out this afternoon. Right, let's have a look at the teams anyway. Let's crack on with it. Montaglione will score. He's been very good for Italy in the Six Nations of the Saints. All hail King Big, of course, Six Nations champions. Right, let's have a look at the teams. This is how both sides line up this morning, starting with the home team. That is Northampton Saints down at Franklin Gardens. As always, let me know your thoughts on this team in the chat. Freeman starts at fullback with Slytome on the wing with Nyavoro. What a beast. How do you stop him? That is the big question. Hutchinson and Francis play in the centres. Dan Bigger plays at 10 with Mitchell at 9. In the front row, then Waller captains the side with Matavesi and Hill in the front row. Ribbons and Coles play at lock. Isakue plays at 6 with Ludlam in the back row alongside Harrison, leaving the bench of Hayward, Aturak, Painter, Moon, Wood, James, Tualu and Dingwall. Looking at the Ulster team, this is how they line up this evening. You've got Michael Lowry at fullback with Robert Balakoon on the wing alongside Jacob Stockdale. Stuart McCluskey and James Hume play in the centres. Billy Byrne plays at 10 alongside John Cooney. In the front row, then Eric O'Sullivan plays alongside Rob Herring and Martin Moore. Alan O'Connor plays alongside Kieran Treadwell in the locks. The back row then being Sean O'Reilly, Geordie Murphy as captain, and Nick Timoney then at 8. Leaving a bench of O'Toole, Matheson, Andrew Rea, Madigan, Warwick, Jones, and McElroy. So those are the 2 teams. As always, do let me know your thoughts in the comments on the 2 sides that have been picked for this match. Really intrigued to hear your analysis on the teams that have been picked. And of course, start getting your predictions in. We're 7 minutes away from kickoff here. So get your predictions in for who you think's going to win this one tonight. Oh, excuse me. My tea's coming to say hello. There we go. So, Northampton Saints against Ulster in this one. We just watched, of course, Exeter against Leinster, which was a brilliant game. You guys absolutely loved that. So thank you for joining me on that one. That was awesome to get to know so many of you and hear from so many of you. Awesome to get to know you guys. They are just looking at a few key players. Michael Lowry have scored a brilliant try last week against Harlequins. Last week was a tough one, though, to really understand from Ulster. I think for Ulster, Harlequins were obviously very weak inside, but they took their chances really well. For Northampton Saints, dramatically came back against the Dragons. It wasn't their first team. They bring back a lot of the big boys tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go. Trevor O'Doherty believes also going to win this one by 5. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Be interesting to see who wins this one. And we are very much ready for this. Ulster against Northampton Saints then. Ready for this one down at Franklin Gardens. As always, predictions, comments, thoughts on this game. Let's make sure that you've liked the stream as well and subscribed if you are new. We're trying to push towards 1,500 tonight. We're 7 subscribers away. So I'd love to hit it tonight. So if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to do so. It would mean the absolute world and really helps the channel grow. So make sure to hit the subscribe button if you are new. Let me know your thoughts on the teams, etc. Really intrigued to see your thoughts on this one. Who is going to win this game tonight? Who's going to come out as champions tonight? Don't forget that the good guys at the 3bod rugby group are doing a watch along as well. So do head over there, say hello to them as well, and watch them as they react to this big game. Of course, Gregor Galway, one of the mods on the channel here, is on there right now chatting. So do head over there and say hello to them. Let them know that you are watching. Make sure you let them know. So Trevor's back in Ulster by 5. I've got some family members who are big fans, who are very big fans of Northampton Saints that we'll be keeping an eye out on. So they're big fans of Northampton Saints. So of course we will be. I'm not supporting them necessarily. I do think Ulster are going to win this. I am going to back Ulster to win this. I think they will win, but it's going to be a really good game, I think. For sure. Please don't post any links to any illegal live streams. I'll just delete the message, and if you do it again, unfortunately, I'll have to take the decision to block you. I don't want to do that, but please don't do that, and it makes my life and your life that bit easier. Right. So both teams are ready to come out. I'll show you the teams quickly just before kickoff once again, just to remind you of the different sides and who has been picked, and we'll go through them, of course. We'll have a little chat about the different teams that have been picked this evening. And we'll have a look at them course, Dan Bigg is the big name coming back in for Northampton. Let's have a quick look then through the teams once again just before kickoff. So this is how Northampton line up. So starting out fullback, Freeman starts out fullback with Slightholme on the wing. Alongside him on the wing is Nyavoro. Hutchinson and Francis are in the centres with Bigger, Mitchell at 9 and 10. In the front row then, Waller, Matavesi and Hill. Locks are Ribbons and Coles. And then the back rows is Izakura, Ludlam and Harrison. If we then look at Ulster, this is how they line up. Michael Lowry starts out fullback with Robert Balakoon and Jacob Stockdale on the wings. Stuart McCluskey and James Hume play in the centres. Billy Burns and John Cooney are at 10 and 9. In the front row, Eric O'Sullivan, Rob Herring, Martin Moore, Alan O'Connor and Kieran Treadwell then are in the locks, with Sean Riley, Jordan Murphy and Nick Timoney then playing in the rest of the team. Again, please don't put links into illegal streams. They'll simply get deleted. And if you do it again, I will have to block you, and I don't want to be doing that. Ulster are out on the pitch. So they're playing in their red this evening. And Northampton, we are awaiting their arrival this evening. So both teams are out. We're going to have a 2-minute silence, I would think, for, of course, Prince Philip, who sadly passed away. So we're going to have a 2-minute silence to remember him, of course, who did pass away earlier in the week. So sad times, of course, and all our thoughts go out to the royal family at this difficult time. Thoughts do go out to him. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Ulster by 5. Hi, thank you very much. Chris is Dan Bigger playing. Yes, he is. We've just gone through the teams a second ago. There was violence in Northern Ireland. That is really sad to hear, of course. But let's focus on the rugby this evening. Let's focus on the good stuff that is happening. And we have some brilliant rugby to look forward to. So let's see how this was. So I was just looking back at your past videos. No worries at all. Daz of the Killer, welcome back to the watch long. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Ready for this one. As always, get your thoughts in the comments down below. So just having a 2-minute silence to remember the Duke of Edinburgh, who sadly passed away this week. Benetton and Montpellier have just kicked off. We will be keeping an eye out on that throughout the course of the evening and keeping you up to date on that quarter-final out in France. So we will keep an eye out on that game. But we're mostly focused on this one, Ulster. Do I stream the match? Unfortunately not, William. I would love to be able to, but I just don't. I can't. I'm not allowed to. I'd love to. But this is a watch along. So if you can't watch the game, this is your second best thing, really. You can join. I'll keep you updated on what's going on in the game, kind of like a commentary thing. And you can get involved in the chat, ask questions, comments, etc. Do get involved. Subscribe if you're new, folks. Like the stream as well. I hopefully think Billy Burns is really poor. Let's keep an eye on how he does. Daz of the Killer says, Ulster by 7 thought I'd change things up. I'm going to back Ulster to win this one by 3 to 5 points. I think it's going to be really, really close. I think we're in for a good game. Alexander Ruiz is the referee for this one. So get your predictions in the chat, folk. Let me know who you think is going to win this one. Ulster to kick us off then. Billy Burns to set us off. And we are underway here. Let me change the scoreboard ready for this one. So let's keep an eye out on both games. So there we go. The scoreboard is up and running. We'll keep an eye on both games. An early penalty here to Ulster, I believe it is. Mitchell, the scrum half, taking too long to release the ball, apparently. So poor there. Stephen Somerville says Ulster by 8. Of course, Stephen is a big Ulster fan, has a really good channel. Do check it out. Monte Ione, will he step up for Benetton this evening? We'll have to wait and see. Penalty for Northampton at the scrum there, folks. Big, big penalty that. Really good pen that from them. 23 of you currently watching. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure if you're new here that you subscribed. And if you're watching, you've not yet hit the like on the stream, make sure to hit the like. It really helps the channel. It's how YouTube tends to work. So make sure to like it. Martimo says if Ulster score more than Saints, they will win. That is how rugby works, my friend. Here comes Northampton. First opportunities to create something in this one. It's a maul. It's been held up very well here by Ulster. And Ulster win the penalty, holding the man up. Really, really good work there from McCluskey, the centre. And you can feel both teams are really up for this. They're really up for this one. Very much up for this one. This is going to be a huge, huge game. Again, please don't put links in the chat for live streams. If you do it, I'm going to block you. And yeah, just please don't do it. Thank you. So scrum here to Ulster, just behind their own 10-metre line. Montpellier against Benetton. We have some scores in that one. That is 3 points apiece. So let me just change that. Jonathan John says, stand up for the Ulsterman. Thanks so much for the coverage. Respect to the nation as we all mourn Prince Philip. Mom, the Ulsterman. Pleasure giving you the privilege. Absolutely agree with you on Prince Philip. If you're new here, Jonathan, do subscribe, my friend. It's free to do. Good to have you in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the game as we go through. Any questions, any thoughts that you have on Ulster throughout the game, do put them in the chat. Penalty to Ulster there, but Dan Bigger has missed touch. Billy Burns keeps it in. A bit too ambitious from the Wales number 10. And so Northampton come in here 4 minutes into this one. Harrison carries well. Here comes Saints. Pushing forward, trying to hold the man up, but tackled well. Still here, Bigger. Good hands into Ludlow. Northampton going through the forwards here now. Ball out wide. Oh, lovely break. Has he been held? No, says the referee. So 5 metres out for Northampton here. Ball out wide. Big tackle coming in from Billy Burns. Ball out wide, Naivoro. Naivoro just a metre short. And they go for the try, and I think Mitchell's got there. Yes, he has. Try for Northampton Saints here. And Mitchell crashes over. And Northampton take the lead in this one, 5 points to 0. Did I see the horse racing? No, I'm not the biggest fan of horse racing, Aofi. You feel hungover from the Leinster match, which is a great win for Leinster fans for sure. Absolutely brilliant result for them. Alex Mitchell crossing over. So, chance here. Bigger does not take the kicking duties for Northampton. And the conversion is successful. It is, in fact, Francis who takes the kicking duties for Northampton. So Northampton stretch further into the lead here. 7 points to 0 to the home team. I did back Ulster to win. Will I be right? Will I be wrong? We're about to find out. It's interesting. It's interesting that I decided to do that. Rugby Geeks in the chat. Rugby Geeks, hope you are doing well. Great channel Rugby Geeks has got. Do check it out. Ollie Smith, does anyone have a link to working stream? BT4 doesn't work after paying for it in Rugby, the Republic of Ireland. I'm afraid I don't. I can't share streams like that. You can join us here on this watch long if you'd like to. I'd contact BT, mate. Just give them a call saying it's not working. But 7 minutes into this one, Northampton lead this one by 7 points to 0. Mitchell with the early try. Billy Burns kicks towards the space. Decent kick, but it is collected. Mitchell, the scrum half, dances past Jacob Stockdale. Kick downfield, and Lowry will let that one go out. It will be a line out to Ulster. Monte Ione is underrated. I think he's a very, very good winger. I think he's one of the shining lights for Italy in this year's Six Nations. What a game it was. It was such a good game, and we loved it on the channel. We had loads of people joining us for that. What a game it was. Absolutely fantastic match. This is the way the Leinster march started. It did. Well, they went down 14-0 and still came back and won. Got BC and Ione at the start to come from Italian rugby. Yeah, they look pretty good, don't they? For sure. Benetton have taken the lead out in France. 6 points to 3. They lead. Is my prediction going to be correct for Benetton win? So 7 points to 0 for Northampton. Montpellier 3, sorry, Benetton 6 in that one. Oh, some of the kits they've put out over the years are brilliant. I saw the Stormers one that they're going to use for the Rainbow Cup, the away kit. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Ulster coming forward here. Ball's a little bit loose. Billy Burns out to Jacob Stockdale. Let's see what he can do. Tackled by Francis. Nearly 9 minutes gone in this one. John Cooney's going to send this one to the heavens, you'd think. Which he does. How this guy's been picked for Ireland, I have no idea. Good take by the fullback for Saints. Mitchell at scrum half gets it through to the forwards. Now it's put out. Naivoro with a little bit of space to work with. Francis decides to kick. Lowry collects. Scored a brilliant solo try, of course, against against Harlequins, and he's absolutely shanked that one out. Billy Burns is down here for Ulster. This does not look good for the Ulsterman. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Okay, Leinster won. Let's cheer on Ulster. Next points will be crucial indeed. David Evenden says, love to see Benetton win. I'd absolutely love to see them do it. 100% would love to see them do it. Let's see if they can, though. If you're watching and you haven't yet liked the video, make sure that you do that. Really helps the stream get out there to people. Oh, they're having a look at something here. I'm not too sure what they're looking at, actually. Someone could be in a little bit of trouble here. Referee's looking at something. I think it's on the tackle on Billy Burns. Let's have a look here. Billy Burns. Oh, no. That's bad. That's really bad. There's no attempt to wrap there. That's a yellow. 100%. It's going to be red. Yellow card. It's going to be a yellow here for... I don't think it's quite red. He's not made contact with the head. I think that's the only thing that saved him there. If he makes contact with the head there, he's off. I think he's borderline. I think that is really borderline being a red card. Let me know in the chat your thoughts. I see what some of you are saying. James says that it has to be a red card for Northampton. Issaquah has been a right hit there. Absolutely. No wrapping of the arms and late tackle. He just hasn't made contact with the head. If he makes contact with the head, he's off then. It's a red. But that's a really stupid thing to do there. And after a really positive start, it's a really stupid thing to do. Montpellier have taken the lead out in France, 8 points to 6. They lead out there. So Northampton Saints down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes. Stupid thing to do. Could have been a red easily. So Billy Burns sends them down towards the 22. So line out. Ulster win their line out. The driving maul is set. Having, of course, got a couple of tries last week against Harlequins. Tries a little chip through the middle, doesn't work. They did have the advantage though, so they'll come back for the original penalty. And if I'm Ulster here, I think you take points here. No, absolutely agree with you. Fully understand that in some respects players have been hard done with the strict interpretations of the laws, but players have a responsibility. What Issaquah did there was awful. I mean, there's no attempt to wrap. He's gone in with the shoulder, literally down like this, and he's late. You know, if he makes contact with the head, it's a red. I think it's borderline red anyway. They've gone for the corner here with a man up. You can understand why their driving maul is so strong. Advantage there to Ulster. You go back to the corner, I think, here. Put the pressure on. You're going back to the corner. So 12 minutes in here. Ulster go to the corner. Jonathan Jones certainly getting into the swing of things, enjoying this one. Ulster win the line out. Herring at the back, of course. He knows how to score tries. This looks really dangerous. Herring for the line, tackled just short, illegally so, yes. And he's given a penalty try to Ulster. So Ulster back into this one, 7 points apiece in this. And Ulster After all that pressure, it finally tells. Are they having a look at something here? They are. I'm not sure what they're looking for here. What are they looking for? Is it a neck roll they're looking for? Northampton need to be careful here. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one, to be honest. Either they're looking for who collapsed it. Okay. It's another yellow here for Northampton, and Matavesi is going to the bin. So for the next 7.5 minutes, Northampton are going to be down to 13 men. So Ulster really need to make this count, you feel now. So down to 13 men now. Pressure on Northampton for sure. Ulster need to take advantage of this now. This is a huge opportunity for them. What am I eating? Cheese and onion crisps. Cheese and onion crisps. Why bother collapsing them all? I mean, under pressure, you do stupid things, don't you, Aldrin? Absolutely, you do. Ulster definitely need to get points on the board now. Absolutely. Cheese and onion crisps. I've done 4 watch-alongs today. It's been a bit... 4? Is it 4? Leicester? I've forgotten how many I've done today. I've done too many. Yes, Leicester, La Rochelle. We did Leicester against Newcastle. We then did La Rochelle against against Sale Sharks. Then we just did Leinster against Exeter, which was such a good game. And now we're doing Ulster against Northampton. Michael Lowry collects the high ball. Someone's lost a boot. Billy Burns gets it out. McCluskey. Now, Ulster don't need to force it, though. They just don't need to force this. Am I Clermont versus Toulouse? It depends on what's happening with work tomorrow. I'm not too sure what's happening with that. I will do one of them. I'm talking with another YouTuber about potentially doing one on each channel. But I will let people know if it's... Make sure you're subscribed and you're on the community tab, and that's where I let people know what's on. I'm not too sure yet. I'll be doing hopefully one of them at least. Make sure if you're watching and you're new to subscribe here to the channel as we push towards 1,500 subs. We're very, very close to doing that. So it'd be wonderful to hit that this evening. I also make sure you like the stream as well. It really helps the stream get out to new viewers. So that would be massively appreciated if you could do that. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. So penalty here to Northampton. Now, Northampton need to think here because they're 2 men down. They need to go back to basics. If I'm them, they just got to try and keep a bit of possession, play in the right areas of the field here. Really good turnover there for Northampton. They massively needed that. Ronan O'Gara, of course, is the head coach out at La Rochelle as they smashed Sale Sharks 47 points to 21, was it? Absolutely smashed them. Very, very impressed by them. They could go a long way. The top cheese and onion crisps in the UK are the Mighty Tato crisps from Tandra Gree, by the way. Never tried them. Never tried them. Favourite crisp flavour? Let me know in the chat. I'd be interested to know. Ball out wide. Here we go then. Here come Northampton. Down to 13 men. 7 points, 15 minutes into this one. Advantage to Northampton then. Bigger. Fires it out wide. And the pass is a bit poor, but they had the advantage. If I'm Northampton here, I'm taking the points. You can go ahead and you're down to 13 men. You take the points here if you're Northampton. You've got to take the points, surely. Prawn cocktail. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Definitely not. Oh, gosh. So Francis will go for the points here. They'll take their time with the kick as well. But they're going to go for the points here. So despite being down to 13 men, Northampton could take the lead here, and they should do. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Don't think you can beat flame grilled steak crisps. Don't think you can beat them. McCoy's flame grilled steak. Francis adds the 3 points. Northampton Saints 10 points to 7. Benetton have taken the lead out in France. They're 9 points to 8 up, and there's a yellow card for Montpellier. Montpellier locked Paul Wilhelms has shown a yellow card after a series of offences, and Paolo Galbisi stops the penalty to put the visitors ahead. So Benetton are leading out in France, 9 points to 8. Could we see a big win for Benetton? Northampton leading here, though, 10 points to 7. Mitchell clears, asking if it was inside, so he boots it straight off. We're heading towards the halfway point in this first half. Really enjoyable. Really, really enjoyable first half this so far. Ball is carried here from Ulster. Going through the forwards now. John Cooney fires the ball out wide. Billy Burns, McCluskey. Inside ball to his captain. Cooney. Herring carries into the just over the 22, but I think Northampton might have stolen that. Not quite. Good carry. McCluskey tries to go alone. Bit of an odd decision there. Inside ball. Still got a 2-man advantage, but this Northampton Saints is holding strong. Timoney carries. There must be space out wide. Surely there's got to be space out wide. Hume carries. There's space out wide. One more pass should do it. Brilliant tackle on Stockdale. Northampton have turned this one over, but illegally so. Side entry there at the breakdown. How's the game been so far? It's been a good game so far. Ulster will feel frustrated. So it's a Saturday night after the rugby. What are you ordering? Chinese, Indian, pizza, chippy. Or if you say kebab, I may never speak to you again. I'm not the biggest fan of kebab anyway. I find it quite greasy. It makes you feel a bit bloated afterwards. I'm feeling a cheeky curry. Maybe a cheeky curry. Italy have a very underrated team. I agree in some sense. Thinking attack, they're definitely improving. Defensively, I think they're really naive. Here come Ulster, though. 20 minutes into this one. Northampton Saints leading this by 10 points to 7, but down to 13 men. Challenge Cup quarter-final. Ball out wide. Michael Lowry drops it. Offside from Northampton, so advantage beginning to pile on. Montpellier have taken the lead out in France, 11 points to 9 to Montpellier. Although they're down to 14 men, they have taken the lead. Ulster have gone to the corner here. Rob Herring will put this one in. Rob Herring still has the ball at the back of the ruck there. He takes it, goes forward. Oh, good opportunity there, Lowry. Murphy tried to carry there, but couldn't quite get there. Another advantage here to Ulster. The ref might have to start looking at another yellow here. Ball out wide. Really good drift defence this from Northampton, considering that they're 2 men down. Is it going to be another yellow? Is he just going to have a word? Northampton are back to 14 men, but they could be very quickly back to 13. Thank you very much. Thank you. Northampton are managing it really well. The defence is going to cross really, really well. Been very impressed by how they are dealing with it. So Northampton having an opportunity to chat with their players, try and get their discipline sorted. Still 11 points to 9 then in favour of Montpellier out in France, while it's still 10 points to 7 here at Franklin Gardens. Ulster going to the corner again and put a lot of pressure on here. Will be the Northampton Sevens team soon. That's good. But I also need to make this time count now. They really haven't done enough in this one. Another penalty, and another man is going to the bin here. It's the 3rd yellow we've had in this opening 22 minutes. It's absolutely ridiculous. Another man in the bin. One man goes to the bin, one comes back. That's how it's been tonight. It's raining cars. James, hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you in the chat. Hope to see you soon after all this COVID shenanigans is off. Hope you appreciate the shirt as well. I made an effort tonight. Louis Rees-Sammy will not get on the Lions team. Much more likely than Jacob Stockdale, I'm telling you now, Iofi. Good driving ball from Ulster here. Herring carries. He's going for the line. He's a metre short. Really good work here from Northampton. But can Ulster get there? They just need to get the ball wide. There's going to be space out wide. Advantage once again. Ball out wide. Lowry, surely one more pass. Balakoon for the corner. He's knocked it on. Another penalty against Northampton. Balakoon knocks it on there. Yeah, he's knocked it on there. This defence from Northampton is really, really impressive, you've got to say, but they go to the corner once again. 9 penalties conceded now for Northampton. Finally, Ulster got there. Who's the try scorer? That is the question, though, under all the pile of bodies. And finally, Ulster have their try. Sean is in the chat. Hi, come on, Ulster. Hopefully the Scottish players do well tonight. Indeed. Finally, Ulster, after all that pressure they've been putting on, have a score in this one. So Cooney will go for the posts here. So John Cooney for the post to put Ulster even further ahead, which he is successful. So Ulster lead this one 14 points to 12. We've got a change in score out in France as well. In France, it is 14 points to 12 to Montpellier. Make sure if you're watching and you're new to hit the subscribe button and like the stream as well. And don't forget as well, the 3bod guys are doing a watch along of this game as well. If you'd like to head over there and say hello to them as well. They just recently hit 170 subscribers, which is great to see. Love to help push them towards 200 subs. So Ulster finally making their pressure pay. So 14 points to 10 up in this one. The box kick bounces everywhere. Northampton still have the ball though. 14 minutes or so to go in this first half. Ezekwe, of course, back on the pitch after his moment of madness. Who scored for Ulster? Rob Herring scored for Ulster. So that's who got the try for Ulster. And for Northampton, it was Mitchell who scored, but 3 yellow tries already in this one. So Northampton have gone for the corner. Remember, Northampton are still a man down here. I've not heard about that. I've not heard about that at all, Sean. I'm not aware of that. Eddie Jones tried to do it with Louis Rees-Zammit. He picked Wales, and look how good he's done. Again, a player needs to decide, are they after the money or do they want to realistically play every single week? Although Scotland had a better Six Nations than England, the player pool, the competition for places is bigger at England. So it's going to be, it's up to him really. What does he want to do? Does he want to play rugby week in, week out? Or is he more about getting a little bit more cash in his pocket? It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do. "21 years old, of course, born in Canada. Ewan Ashman, playing for Sale. Played Scotland under 20s as well, 15 times, 55 points as well for him. As a hooker, it's not bad, is it? So line out 2 Ulster here. And they've lost it. It's gone forward. And Northampton have the advantage here from the knock-on. So opportunity for Northampton to attack. Northampton on the 10-metre line, pushing forward. Ball comes wide. Matavesi's back on the pitch. Fijian-born hooker carries it forward. Ludlam bounces off 1 tackle. Bigger. The little grubber through is aimed for Nyavora. Will it reach? It won't, but it's a decent kick through. So 10 minutes to go in this first half. Ulster do win their lineouts here. So it still is 10 points to 14 in favour of Ulster. Out in France, Benetton have taken the lead, 15 points to 14 out in France now. So Benetton in the lead there. That's a close game, that one is. Northampton Saints. And just a minute left on the yellow. They've dealt very well with the yellow cards, you'd have to say. Matavesi carries forward. Mitchell into bigger, tackled. 8 metres out here or so. Mitchell into Matavesi. Matavesi, lovely offload. Tuala carries into the 5-metre line. Ludlam carries into the 5-metre line. 3 metres short now. Northampton pushing. Mitchell goes alone. There's a little gap if he can find it. Just caught. Advantage here to Northampton. Ulster might be in trouble here. Man might be going to the bin. Ball out wide. And it's straight through. And it's a try for Northampton Saints. And it's been coming for a while. And finally, even though they're a man down, they have their try. Freeman crosses. Tommy Freeman crosses in his first appearance in the Challenge Cup. Crosses for Northampton. And Northampton have the lead back. If you're Ulster, you're super frustrated at this point because you've had 2 men up at point. And yet you're still managing to lose this one. Mitchell gets it out, Bigger fires it into Freeman and he crosses. And it's a really good try. Sean O'Farrell says, I still think Scotland needs to do something. Most of the players go to Scotland, etc. because incidents where they might not get a full strength size for international matches might happen. That needs to be worked into the contract though, doesn't it? I find the Duhan van der Merwe move strange. He'll be playing against better opposition. But is Worcester really step up for Edinburgh? I'm not too sure. Let's have a look here. Do you think that Leinster's destruction of Exeter was good for the Pro 14? Absolutely. It was a brilliant game. It was such a good game. Bigger kicks. No, he doesn't. Sorry, Francis kicks and misses, so remains 15 points to 14. Ulster could be doing with Ian Henderson this evening. Quality play and hopefully going with the British and Irish Lions to South Africa appears a tougher match than Harlequins last week. Well, Harlequins played a very, very rotated side. It was ridiculously rotated. One of our own, Saints Academy, is amazing at the moment. Absolutely is. And these academies seem to have the ability to keep their players in their clubs, don't they? And in Wales, are we really producing the quality then that benefits the region? I'm not too sure. So Northampton Saints, oh, lovely work here. Mitchell's in the open, finds... He's gone again. He scored again. Northampton have got another try here. What a try that is. Literally a minute or less after scoring, he's got another one here. Northampton Saints absolutely flying right now. Freeman once again, second try of the match for him. I mean, Mitchell creates the gap, and then who's taking it? Oh, it's a brilliant support line from Mitchell there. And he finds Freeman, and Freeman has the pace. And Michael Lowry's not a slow guy either. That is a brilliant finish from Northampton. And for all of the dominance of Ulster, Northampton are pushing forward in this one. Is Dingwall playing? No, he is not playing in this one. So Pierce Francis with an opportunity to take his team a score ahead. Over a score ahead, sorry. Fairly easy conversion for the centre, and he is successful. So Northampton leading here 22 points to 14. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Montpellier have scored out in France. Paul Willems has crashed over. Montpellier leading that one 21 points to 5. 15, sorry. So Ulster looking to get a response here just before half time. John Cooney makes a little break there, but I think that's been turned over. Ball is still there. Advantage to Ulster. 2.5 minutes. Advantage from the knock-on, so Michael Lowry can try something. Tries a little grubber through. It's not going to work, so they'll come back for the original advantage there. Mercer's a great signing for Montpellier. I don't blame him for going, to be honest. He's not going to play for England with Eddie Jones. His contract comes to an end after the next World Cup for Montpellier. Might as well go out there, earn a bit more money, come back when you got a chance to actually play. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Time for Ulster to wake up. In current form, Leinster will be famous to win the competition. I thought they were so good today. I think Ulster will come back and win. Let's have a look and we'll see. So 1.5 minutes left in this one. It is half time in the game out in France. 21-15. Montpellier lead that one. So the final minutes are here. Advantage to Ulster. Billy Burns tries the cross kick. Finds Michael Lowry. He steps inside. Tackle, but that pass was forward. So I think if you're Ulster, you just take the points. I think you just take the points here if you are. Yeah, Ulster going to take the points here. Correct decision, in my opinion. They're going to go for the posts here. So going for the posts here, John Cooney looking to get his team to within 5 points. Big moment in the game here. Cooney goes for the posts. He's missed it. John Cooney misses the kick. That is half time then. Down in both games. Half time here. Half time then. Northampton Saints 22. Ulster 14 in this one. Let me know your thoughts on that first half in the chat. Let me know what you think of that. But it is half time in this game now. But what a game we've seen so far. Reminder, in the other game, it is Benetton are trailing that one 15 points to 21. So that's been a decent game as well. We'll be keeping an eye out on that throughout the evening. I'd love Benetton to win that, but it's going to be tough to see them do that. Right, I'm going to take a quick 2 to 5 minute break, but then I'll be back in a second just to go through that first half in a little bit more detail. And of course, just to look at some stats and then look forward to the second half. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You've liked the stream. It's all free to do. Helps the channel grow. And of course, as well, keep the conversation going on the channel. Any questions you've got about anything really, get them in the chat. And I'll be back in a second. There we go. It is half time in this one. Northampton Saints leading this one 22 points to 14. While out in France, Montpellier are winning 21 points to 15, both in the Challenge Cup quarterfinals. I hope you're doing well. It was an eventful first half, wasn't it? Very, very eventful first half, that one. Let's remind ourselves of what happened in that game. Then we'll take a look at some stats quickly before the second half kicks off. And we'll just remind ourselves of what happened in that crazy first half we saw there. I mean, absolutely mad first half. Game kicks off. Early try from Mitchell for Northampton, right by the post. Really good try from him. Conversion then was added by Francis. Nyavoro came off injured for Tualu. Izakue then got a yellow for a stupid tackle, which you could say was maybe 50-50. Pentry then was scored a try for Ulster. Matavesi then was sent to the bin, but then Francis got a penalty. Then there's another yellow card, this time for Ribbons for Northampton. A try for Herring, and it was converted by John Cooney to give them a 14-10 lead. A try for Freeman, though, on the 32nd minute mark, gave Northampton the lead, 15 points to 14. The conversion was missed, but then a minute later, Freeman once again scores 20 points to 14, and then 22-14 to make that score. A conversion added by Francis, but Cooney did miss his penalty at the end of the first half to give us a 22 points to 14 lead. Let's have a look at the stats from this opening game. Let me share my screen with you, and you can see how this game has been going so far. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments in the chat. As always, let me know what you're thinking on this one. Let's have a look then. So this is how it looks in the first half. So Ulster have absolutely, well, pretty much dominated possession, 58% to 42%. We kind of expected that. Meters gained, 193 though to the 114 of Ulster. Territory, Northampton, lacking behind there, 41% to 59%. But you've got to say, for the dominance that Ulster have shown, they've not been that good. They really have not been that good. They've not been clinical enough. And even when Northampton have been down to 13 men, Northampton have looked fairly comfortable, which would be massively concerning if you're Ulster. Because if Northampton can get their discipline sorted, they should win this game pretty comfortably, really. They should be winning this game for sure. Let's jump across then to Montpellier. Let's have a look at this one. Half time in that one. That's 21 points to 15. If we have a look at the game, so statistics, then Montpellier have absolutely dominated this one, as you can see. Absolutely dominated. 59% possession to 41% of Benetton. Territory then is 66% to 34% of Montpellier. 2 tries for Montpellier, 0 for Benetton. Defence then, tackles, missed tackles. I mean, Montpellier have dominated this one, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes in the second half. Oh, Montpellier's line out, letting them down a little bit. But it's going to be interesting to see how that second half goes, isn't it? Do let me know your thoughts in the chat as well. 1.5k, have we hit it? Oh, we have. Thank you so much, guys. I'm not going to trust it because YouTube has been an absolute mess this weekend. So I'm not 100% trusting it. Because it's been telling me that, it's been telling me a whole load of stuff this weekend. But hopefully that's true. Henry Morgan, good try. I've seen that many a time. I'm not falling that. I'm not falling for that. Good try, though. Good try, but I'm not falling for that. I wonder whether the yellow cards will take the toll on Saints in the second half. Well, they're back up now. They're back up. And the game has just kicked off here. You're going to have to be a bit more clever to catch me there, Morgan. A little bit more clever. So we're off for the second half here. We'll keep an eye on both games, of course, throughout the evening. If you're watching and you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the stream as well. And, of course, get involved in the showers worth of tries. Good effort, but that was basic. That was B-Tech. I saw that a mile off. So scrum here to Ulster on their own 10-metre line. No changes from either side. Jeez, that was loud. YouTube is showing 1.5k. It'd be lovely if that's right, but YouTube has been playing up so much this weekend. Like, it's not pushed out any of my videos whatsoever. It's just been a bit of a mess this weekend, really, and I've had problems with YouTube Studio as well. People who use YouTube will know all about that. I mean, it's an absolute nightmare at points. Let's have a look. Sean O'Farrell says, do you see Rugby Planet YouTube videos? His honest opinion between the Pro 14 and Premiership. I didn't, but I know my good friend Ben Ford did a really good video on that. Really good video on that. James Cody says, fun fact, if Sexton didn't leave the pitch, you'd have thought he was on the pitch all game. I thought Ross Byrne did really well. Kicked all his kicks. Played really well. Northampton have this one. I wouldn't say so. But if you're Ulster, you'd be really frustrated because you've had 2 extra men and yet you just haven't been able to make it count at all. Lowry sends this one down. Bigger will have time to kick. She sends it high. Jacob Stockdale's been very quiet this game. 3 minutes into the second half, he has the ball in hand for the first time. Good carrying here from Ulster. Ulster trying to come forward here now. Trying to create something if they can. Try again. Awful. Did Stockdale go off the bus tonight? I mean, I think he's touched the ball about twice in this one. Got another concussion at the end of another average performance meet. I mean, the concussion was early on. And I actually think Sexton's been brilliant in Six Nations for Ireland. I would start him at 10 for the Lions. I think Russell's too much of a risk. I don't think you start Bigger. You certainly don't start Farrell or Ford. If Leinster get a home draw, they could go all the way. Yeah, they look pretty strong, don't they? You'd have to say so. They were very, very good. It was a great game. Really enjoyed doing a watch on for that. And you guys certainly enjoyed it as well. Ulster then with a line out about 7 metres out from the Northampton 22 try line, sorry. Here we go. Up it goes. Going to go back to Herring at the back of this maul. The driving maul begins to go forward here. Cooney gets the ball out. Good carry. Is he going to carry him over the line? Is he going to be held up? I'd assume he's been held up here. He has indeed. Good work from the Northampton defence there. Balakoom, I think it was, being held up there. 5 minutes into this one. They're not going to check this one, surely. I mean, it's crazy to think. Just showing a stat there. Jacob Stockdale has only played 6 games this season. Just has made 6 appearances this season in the Pro 14, and that's just the whole problem with the league and how it works. I mean, you look at how Josh Adams. Ben said to me recently that Josh Adams has played 3 times for the Blues this season, all over the season. It's just not good enough. You can't be playing just 3 times in a season for your club. Imagine the wages that these guys are on as well. They'll be earning quite a bit. I know the unions would be paying a little bit of it, but it's still a lot of money. Penalty at the scrum here for Ulster. Osprey's fan in a Saints jersey. Indeed, I am. I do have an Ulster shirt, but I don't know where it is. I just collect a lot of rugby shirts. I've got so many. I'll probably make a video at some point about all my rugby shirts. I've got so many that I've collected over the past 3 to 4 years. Iofi wants Ulster to win this one. Guys, if you're watching and you're new, 43 of you currently watching, fantastic to see that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the stream as well. It's free to do. Just hit the button down there. Massively appreciated. Ulster off the back of the scrum here, carries strong, bigger tackles though. Cooney pops it up to his captain. Lots of intensity coming here from Ulster. Cooney just marshalling his forwards, telling them how to go. Cooney pops it up. Herring, is he over the line? Herring scores for Ulster. Massive try in the context of the game. And after all the pressure they've put on, finally, they have got a try here. Ulster have scored, and I've just been notified from someone in the chats that Benetton have also scored. Apologies if I have missed that. I will change the scoreboard. Benetton indeed have. Benetton are up to 22 points. Benetton leading out in France. I did back Benetton to win, so they might even do it this evening. And he converted it. And the scoreboard is changed. Marty Moore crashes over. We're in for a great finish here. If it's anything like the Leinster game. What is the Saints score? The Saints score is currently 19 points to 22 to Northampton, but Cooney's more than likely going to convert this conversion, which he does. So it is 21 points to 22 in favour of the home side. So Northampton Saints leading this one 22 points to 21. Really, really impressed by Northampton tonight. And Ulster suddenly doing a little bit better here. Saints better win. Let's hope. I'm pretty impartial in this one, to be honest. I hope Benetton wins. So do I. So do I. Indeed, it'd be awesome. Imagine that Benetton in the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup after not winning a game all season in the Pro 14. They didn't win a single game. They drew 1. But what people don't realise is they hear that. They think, all right, Benetton haven't won all season. They're rubbish. No, they're actually very, very close in a lot of games. And I think they're decent. Recently, so many games seem to be end-to-end and tough to predict. They do, absolutely. Same score both games. Yeah, indeed. If you're watching, guys, and you're not yet like the stream, make sure to do so. We're only on 16 likes. I'd like to try and bump that up. Can we hit 20 likes? That'd be awesome. If we can do that, so do make sure that you like the stream. Just hit the like button down below. That would be awesome. No worries at all. We'll see you later. Good take in the air there from Jacob Stockdale. And try scorer carries the ball forward here. And Kluski still has the ball. Cooney. Good hands here from Ulster. Ulster really beginning to get some flow now to their game. Ulster starting set to be fantastic for Italian rugby if Benetton win pizzas all around. Absolutely. Will you be live streaming tomorrow? Not too sure yet. Not too sure. It's been a mad day today. Not too sure about tomorrow. I'm losing my voice a little bit. Hence the amount of water. High tackle there from Northampton on Balakoum. Or is it Balakoum who's been penalised? What's wrong with that? I'm not too sure what was wrong with that. Half an hour to go, though. Hopefully, Benetton win. Absolutely, I'd love them to win. It'd be great. They are currently leading 22 points to 21 out in France. Ree is on for Reedy. Good ball out wide here. Opportunity now for Northampton. And the ball goes out for a line out. They decide to go for the scrum from that knockout. Sale report earlier today. I actually thought for the first half they were okay, but then La Rochelle's class just came through and I thought they were so good, and I was surprised actually how good they were. Although they are second, of course, in the top 14. I didn't expect them to be that good, and I thought they were so good. No voice, get on the port. I'm nearly at that point today. Thank you very much. We hit 20 likes on the video. That's really great. Thank you very much. So scrum to Ulster here. Inside their own 22. So close in this one now. Ulster trying to fly the flag for the Pro 14, of course. And Benetton this evening as well, flying the flag for the Pro 14 sides. 50 people currently watching. Wow, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. As Northampton Saints burst through the gap here. The wingers burst through the gap. And it's been knocked on. And what an opportunity that was for Northampton then. What an opportunity that was for them. They couldn't quite make it count. All I need is Super Rugby jerseys. I've got a couple. I've got, oh gosh, let me try and have a think. Got Crusaders, got the Waratahs, got... I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've got another one. I've got, oh gosh, Jaguares. I think that's it. I think I've got them three from Super Rugby. Has there ever been a team that have won both trophies? I'm not too sure on that. I'm not sure at all, actually. Scrum goes down, so they'll reset it. 28 minutes to go in this one. Still anybody's game, really. I think Ulster started this second half really, really well. Change of shirt needed for one of the players. this game is your desert after the other games. It's actually been a good game. I disagree. I mean, it's better than, I mean, the first half for La Rochelle against Sale, the first 30 minutes especially, was dire. It was absolutely dire at points. But this game's been all right. And yeah, who scored for Ulster? The score for Ulster was, in fact, in the second half, it was Moore who scored for Ulster, crashing over from very, very close. Really good try for them. Johnny May is not fit for the Lions. Be interested to see. Montpellier have just scored. Oh, no. Have they? Who scored for Montpellier? Keith Earls for the line. It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout at all. It actually isn't. I really like Keith Earls. I think he's a great player. Brilliant utility player and so experienced. He's been there. He's done it. Montpellier have scored. 38 points. 28 points, sorry, to 22 to Montpellier. And they have scored, haven't they? Montpellier take the lead out in France then against Benetton. I haven't heard you mention Roy Hutchinson. Is he playing okay? I'd like to see him get back into the Scotland team. Yeah, he's playing all right. Northampton are playing okay. Ulster started the second half very, very well. Keith Earls for the Lions. Montpellier just scored. Yeah, we read that. Jacob Stoddard is the fastest player in rugby. I'd love to see him. Louis V. Samet, Johnny May. Who else? Cheslin Colby. All have a race. 100-metre race. See who'd win that. That'd be awesome to see, wouldn't it? So Northampton coming forward here, 25 minutes to go. Bigger has had a very quiet game, actually. Here's Hutchinson, but he knocks it forward. And it'll be a scrum. Scrum for Ulster. Ryan Baird for the Lions. Do you know what? Ryan Baird, to me, has been brilliant for Leinster. The problem for me, though, is it's the same issue with John Cooney. John Cooney's been brilliant for Ulster. And as an option for a scrum half, he is certainly worth being mentioned. Absolutely. But has he been tested enough at international level? Now, I have no doubt that he's good enough to play for Ireland, but we haven't seen it yet. So I could understand people's arguments saying, right, he has not played international level, so how do we know if he's ready for the Lions? I know he's had a couple of caps here and there, but he's not had a good run in the team, has he? It's the same with Ryan Baird, same with Cooney, a couple of others. A couple of others, definitely. So it's hard to know, isn't it? It's really hard to know on that one. But I think he's been brilliant, but there are probably better options in that position. Ben Ford, fair play to Billy. Watched all 4 streams today, and you're head and shoulders above the rest of the field at the minute. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Do it now. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Ben started a new channel. I'll drop a link to his channel in the chat soon. Really good channel. Me and Ben work a lot together on the Welsh Rugby Roundup show, which is always good fun. And we've interviewed some brilliant people across the last few weeks, and we've got lots of plans to interview some more people. And that reminds me, I need to message a player tonight because I've completely forgotten to do it again. So I'll have to message them. Ben, you just reminded me to message someone. I need to do that. Sean O'Farrell says Josh van der Fleer for the Lions. Owen Farrell is overrated. Yes and no. Owen Farrell's a fantastic player, I think. But he's just not captain material, and he can't deal with the pressure of it. And what we saw against, against Scotland and against Wales was England collapsed, mentally collapsed, and he didn't have the answer for it. There was no answer from him. And the way he talks to referees and he deals with pressure situations isn't that great. So there you go. Rugby Geeks, ouch, Ben. Yeah, Rugby Geeks, also a brilliant channel. Do check his channel out. There's a lot of great watch-alongs. There's a lot of Super Rugby watch-alongs, something I do not do. And Rugby Geeks certainly knows it a lot more than me. So if you like Super Rugby, definitely the channel for you. Do go and check it out. He's in agreement with me. I can't do anything about that. No, but this community of rugby YouTube is building, and what we got to do, I mentioned it before on a watch along, we got to be working together more. We got to be, you know, we got to be working together more. There seems to be this whole, I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. There seems to be this whole attitude on YouTube, especially within rugby on YouTube. Not everyone, but there are a few people who think this is my content, this is my baby, I'm not sharing it. And it's very frustrating that way, because the way to grow is to work together, in my opinion. That's why I'm so open to working with people. That's when if someone messages me, if I can, I will collab with you. If you have 1 subscriber, I don't care. I'll collab with you if you ask. And if I have the time and I'm able to, and you have a good idea, absolutely, I'll collab with you. You know, if you have 1 million subscribers, yeah, I'm definitely collabing with you. But I'll collab with anyone as long as you have a good idea and you want to do something a bit different, or you want to have me on the channel and I have the time to do it. I'll absolutely do it. I have no issue in doing that. So, so yeah, we got to just work together more. And, you know, Rugby Geeks, Freddie's got a brilliant channel. Ben started his channel, which is awesome to see. There's so many great channels out there. So let's just support one another, work together and build this community. And that's how we're going to grow together. That's what we've got to be doing more. Right, Northampton coming forward here. Enough jibber jabber from me on YouTube and all the jazz about it. Still 1 point in it. We're heading towards the final quarter of this first half. Kicks it downfield. Where's that going to bounce? Lowry keeps it in. A little bit brave from the small Irish fullback. Where's our ball? Northampton win. The penalty at the breakdown. Matavesi. Matavesi. Brilliant work from the hooker there. The kick over the top. The bounce is unfortunate for Lowry, but that's a massive penalty. Just inside the 22 there. I'm being informed that Montpellier have scored another try. I don't want to believe it. Change for Ulster. Tool is on for more, so line out 2. Northampton 5 metres out. Ball inside. Here we go. Big tackle coming in from Billy Burns there. Really good work from the fly half. Northampton coming forward 5 metres out here. Mitchell gets it out to Ludlow. Tackled by McCluskey. Mitchell out wide. There's going to be a try here for Northampton. Northampton getting the corner. And is that the try that pushes them towards the semi-finals? That is the question. Fourth try for Northampton is really simple. Drawing the man in, releasing the ball at the right time. Ludlow. Is that Ludlow? I'm not sure who's got the offload there for Northampton, but that's a disgusting offload. That is a brilliant offload from Northampton. And Northampton edge further ahead here. Montpellier have scored once again. They are leading 31 points to 22. You'd think that's probably game over in that one. Northampton up to the 27 points. Let's see if they can get this conversion. Francis will take this one. But it looks likely that Montpellier have done enough to get through and potentially here. And Northampton Saints have also done enough. Here we go, Francis. He's pulled it wide. Is that the lifeline that Ulster needs? 6 points in it then. How many minutes left? Jonathan asks. There are just over 20 minutes left, my friend. Not long to go at all in this one. Billy Burns gets us off and running once again. McElroy is on for Lowry for Ulster. So that's changed. Got through. Lowry just hasn't really had the impact that you'd want him to have, if we're being totally honest. So 27 points to 21 to Northampton against Ulster. And then Montpellier are leading Benetton 31 points to 22. Loads of time. Ulster do nothing the easy way. The thing is, there is plenty of time. There's no need. There's no need to panic here. No need to have panic stations. No need at all at this point. So, line out to Ulster. 20 minutes to go. Let me know how you see this next 20 going. Who you're backing to win this one and put their place in the semi-finals alongside Leicester. Oh, lovely opportunity here. Is that a high tackle? That's surely a high tackle. Yes, advantage to Ulster. Here come Ulster. Quick ball needed. Ball out wide. McCluskey carries. There's a penalty on the way here for a high tackle. Jonathan Tucker would like to see Madigan coming on. Nice haircut. Thank you very much. It was very much long overdue. Hope you're doing well, Luke. Good to see you in the chat. They're going for it. Oh, Cooney's got there. What a try that is. He spots the gap and he goes for it. And John Cooney crashes over. What a try that is. And Ulster are within 1 point. Lovely work there. And Ulster are very much back in this one. 27 points to 26. What a game this is. We've had two fantastic games today in Leinster Exeter. And now this one. What a try that is from John Cooney. Just spots the gap. He's there with the breakdown. It looks like he's going to pass, but he just reaches over and scores, as any good scrum half is. He just notices the gap and he's going to try and convert his own try to take the lead here. Tried to Ulster indeed. It's an emotional day, but we won the war, not the battle. We won the war in the end. Where was the try scored? Just right next to the try line. Breakdown 5 meters out. Cooney notices the little gap and just reaches over and plonks it on the line. Cooney gets his conversion, so Ulster take the lead at Franklin Gardens. 28 points to 27 in this one. It's going to be a nervy ending, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to want to stick around for this one because it's going to be very, very nervy indeed. Bigger gets Northampton Saints underway once again. Cooney will box kick this one away, which he does. You can imagine on a night like tonight, Franklin Gardens would be absolutely buzzing, wouldn't it? Can we meet Leicester next? Well, you haven't won yet. Neither teams have won yet. Still very much in the balance. Brave decision to take Lowry off, but we'll see how the youngster gets on. Only 20 years old. So we're heading towards the final 15. 3 points for Benetton. So Benetton go forward 25 points to 31 within a converted try now. So that will be an interesting ending as well. Advantage to Northampton here. Ball comes out wide. Opportunity for Northampton. There is a little bit of space out wide. They're playing a little bit narrow here. But no, neither team really need to go for it at this point. It's still very much in the balance. Neither team needs to go for it. Neither team should be panicking at this point. Is that a high tackle? Don't really think that's a high tackle, is he? He's got him round here. Not too sure on that decision. 12 penalties conceded from Northampton, 8 from Ulster. McCluskey penalised for a high tackle. Wasn't too sure if it was, but referee says it is. 15 minutes exactly to go in this one. Northampton lose their own line out. Cooney knows there'll be space behind, so sends it over the top, but it is collected well. We kick downfield. We might have a bit of kick tennis going on here now. Cooney into Stockdale. He's had a very, very quiet game. He's noticed the space. It's a very clever kick from Jacob Stockdale, putting them down into the 22 of Northampton. Again, the territorial game now is going to be really important that you play in the right areas of the pitch. You don't make mistakes in your own 22. Twitter melted down for extras, Leinster and high tackles. I have no idea how there wasn't at least a yellow in that game. I just don't know. I really don't know. I think there was some decisions that the ref made were horrific in that game. And yeah, it wasn't great. Another try in this for Ulster, Stockhorse, chip and chase. We'll have to wait and see. So scrum here to Ulster from that knock on. Changes coming on then for Northampton. We'll run through them as they happen. New front row for Northampton Saints. So the changes for Northampton are as follows. Haywood, Ortarak and Painter are on for Waller, Matavesi and Hill. So those changes have just gone through for you. So those changes have gone through with 13 minutes to go in this one. Oh, that'll be the day. I'm going to get you in an Osprey shirt. I'm telling you, Ben Ford, I will get you in an Osprey shirt one day. I will get you in an Osprey shirt. He's got me in a Blues top too many times. But in an Osprey shirt one day. Warwick is on for Sullivan for Ulster. I told you Jacob Stockdale was good. He did one little kick. He hasn't done anything else in the game. I've never said he's not good. But compared to the wings we were talking about before, the likes of Louis Wissame, Anthony Watson, he's just not at that level at the minute. He's not playing that well. If you compare his form to, what, 2018, 2017, 2018, he was absolutely on fire, one of the best wingers in the world. He's not at that level right now. He's not playing at the level that he can. So McCluskey carries this one forward. Oh, some big hits going in now. Getting to the business end of this game. Again, no mistakes from both teams. You can't afford to make silly little mistakes. Inside ball, Herring into the 22. Is Ludlow over that one? Oh, what a turnover that is from Lewis Ludlow. Ludlam, sorry. What a try. Lewis Ludlow. What a turnover that is. What a turnover. Absolutely huge that is. They're just looking at that turnover. Not sure if it should have counted, but Northampton have lost their line out once again. knocked on. So advantage to Ulster. Cooney's just going to kick this one downfield. Balakoom chases. One in the air, though. 49 of you currently watching. I'd love to push towards, hopefully. Oh, how many likes are we on now? Let's have a look. We're currently on 23 likes. Can we hit 30 likes by the end of the stream? That'd be awesome if we could hit that. And also make sure to subscribe as well. Where on the field are you? We are just by the 22 of Northampton. Ulster coming forward now. Good game management needed by Ulster. Even kicking into touch once in a while would eat up time, definitely. No advantage from the knock-on, so it'll be a scrum to Ulster with 10 minutes to go in this one. We're pushing very close to hitting that 30 likes on the stream. If you're not yet, hit the like button, do so, and subscribe as well. Changes for Northampton. Once again, Moon is on for Coles. So that change goes through for Northampton Saints. So scrum to Ulster here. Ball in here to McCluskey. Carries well up to the 22. Cooney tries to go alone. Dawdled a little bit on the ball there. But off they go again. Good hands here from... Oh, Hume is through. Here come the forwards now, up to about 10 metres out or so. Quick ball needed for Ulster. Big ball carriers needed. Cooney. Treadwell carries. Good quick ball here. McCluskey takes into contact. Good tackles coming in from Northampton here. Good defence. 9 minutes to go. A try here might be pivotal in the result. Discipline is going to be key for both teams here. Porter carries. Sorry, Andrews carries. Porter plays for Leinster. Definitely not Ulster. There's so many names. Warwick carries. Geordie Murphy, the captain. Stockdale comes in field. Takes a big hit. But makes a few metres. Cooney to Billy Burns. Billy Burns goes for the line. 5 metres out. Ball inside McCluskey. Penalty advantage to Ulster. They're going to want 7 points here. The space out on the left-hand side. Billy Burns tries to go alone inside. Stockdale, is that forward? Was that a try? I'm not sure if that's forward. I'm not sure if that's forward. Iofi, you might be right. Stockdale might be the best thing since sliced bread. Because he might have just scored here. I'd like to see the pass. I'd like to see the pass because I'm not convinced if that's side on or forward. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. No, that's all right. Let me just have a look at this angle. No, that's okay. Try for Ulster. Is that the try to win them the match? Montpellier against Benetton remains 31 points to 25 in that one. Let's see if he can convert. Cooney converts, so up to 35 points now. Really good kick. Ulster got it indeed. Try get in, absolutely. And the kick. Cooney gets the conversion. Yes, he does. So into the final 6 minutes here. Northampton get us going. Once again, Balogun claims the restart. Wood is on for Izakure for Northampton. Tom Wood very, very impressed. Now as they come forward here into the final 6 minutes, 66 people currently watching. If you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. It's free to do, and like the stream as well. Ulster, 35 points to 27 in the lead here in the Challenge Cup quarter final. John Cooney feeds his forwards, 10-metre line. They've just got to manage this next 5 minutes or so. Just got to manage the next 10 minutes. Inside ball, Murphy takes it into contact. Your hope here for your Ulster is that Northampton do something stupid at the breakdown and you get a penalty, and vice versa for Northampton. Has Balogun been good? Hasn't seen much of the ball, if I'm being totally honest. Hasn't seen all that much of the ball this evening. Five phases. Is Burns? No, Burns. I thought he was going for a drop kick from the halfway line, but he sends it high. Balogun chases this one. It's bounced back. But Tulala gathers it. So just over 4 minutes to go in this one. How's long left of this game? 4.5 minutes left on this one. Ball went forward there. So it looks likely like Ulster have done enough in this one. Billy Burns just taking a little knock there. And 4 and a bit minutes left in this one. Balogun should be an Ireland international. He was touted as being part of the camp, wasn't he? A while back, but he was out for about a year with an injury, if I remember correctly. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribes. Now, let's see if we can hit 1,510 subscribers. So let's make sure you hit that subscribe button, folks. We're pushing close to that now. Imagine if Leinster got the Champions Cup and Ulster won the Challenge Cup. It would be something. It would be. Absolutely. It'd be great for Irish rugby, that. So 4 minutes exactly on the clock here now. Ian Madigan is coming on for Ulster for the final 4 minutes. It is Ulster's putting out the scrum as well. What's the score, Henry? It's on the bottom of your screen, my friend. 35 points to 27 to Northampton, to Ulster, sorry. Just over 3.5 minutes left of this one. McCluskey carries forward. It still remains 31 points to 25 out in France. That game is very much near completion. My favourite Irish team, I've always had a soft spot for Munster because I've been to their stadium a couple of times. I've never been to the other threes. So Munster is my soft spot, I'd say. But I don't have a particular favourite. Cooney feeds his forwards. A drop goal here probably does it. Oh, it's a huge hit by Ludlam on Murphy. I think Ludlam might be hurt there. 2 scores needed here for Northampton. You think it's probably too much with just under 3 minutes to go. Cooney's had a very good game for Ulster again. Very much led from the front, dictated the pace of the game. Hume carries. He's played very well tonight. Penalty, though, to Northampton at the breakdown. Coming in at the side. So final chance, final roll of the dice for Northampton. Jordy Murphy has been named man of the match. Very well deserved. I think he's had a brilliant game. I think Hume could have won it. Cooney's had a very good game. But Jordy Murphy, certainly a worthy recipient. So line out to Northampton here. Centre, Ludlam wins it. Ball into Bigger. Finds his centres out wide here. Balakoum on Tulala, makes the tackle. Benetton unfortunately lost. Sad to hear that, but they put up a good fight. And it's a penalty to start the breakdown. And that will be the game shortly. With a minute and a half left on the clock, they'll send this one down. And that is Ulster going to the semi-finals, you'd have to say. Ulster are going to be in the semi-finals of the Champions Cup. Challenge Cup, sorry. Let's see now then. Final minute of this one. If you're enjoying this, make sure you've liked the stream, folks. I know I keep saying it, but it does help the channel. And you've subscribed as well. Of course, he's still good, Monte Ione. Doesn't mean if he loses one game, he's not good. Any Saints fans around? I'll be hitting up my cousin. But final minute here. Mathewson is on for Hume. Scrum half on for centre. Interesting. Final 40 seconds here. Northampton told to leave it through. Final 30 seconds here. Penalty to Ulster. And I'd just take the kick here. Take the points here to finish off the game. Colm says Ulster to win the Challenge Cup. I think they'll be one of the favourites for sure, alongside Leicester. Leinster also can't play against each other, Martin. They're in different competitions, don't forget. So the clock is in the red. Cooney's going to go for all the points here. Final score, Montpellier 31-25. So Montpellier go through to the semi-finals. They've had a really poor year in their league. And for them to go to semi-finals is decent for them. Of course, the draw will be done tomorrow. If I'm able to, I'll probably do a watch-along for that draw. And we'll react to it together. Cooney's going to put this one over. And that will be the game done and dusted. Cooney kicks, he's missed though, but it won't matter because that is the final score. Ulster book their place in the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup, and also Montpellier do this evening, but we were focusing on Ulster. What a performance from Ulster. Northampton fought well, fought strong, but in the end couldn't quite make it. But Ulster flying the flag, as Ben Ford says, flying the flag for the Pro 14 alongside Leinster in the semi-finals. So in the semi-finals, we do have Ulster, Montpellier, Leicester, and oh gosh, who else am I forgetting? Montpellier, Ulster, Leicester, and Bath. That's the four semi-finalists we've got. Tomorrow, of course, two French sides playing in the Champions Cup. We'll keep an eye on them. Jonathan says, Brandon, top bloke, salute you for your great commentary and entertainment. You'll have to come to Ravenhill, stay in Belfast, see the Mighty also. I'd absolutely love to do that. Thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate that, Jonathan. Love to. After all this COVID is over, I'll 100% be over to Ireland to watch the teams play. What a win that is for Ulster. Get your final thoughts in the chat before I log off for the evening, because I am absolutely shattered. So 4 watch-alongs in one day. I don't always recommend it, but let me know your final thoughts on that one. Frustration for Northampton. Discipline really cost them, but in the end, Ulster came through and won this one. I did back Ulster to win this one, so I was right on this one, which is good to see. But let me know your final thoughts on this one, and then we will leave it there. Ulster by 7, you said, so you're pretty happy with that. Geordie Murphy, why is he not more involved in the Irish squad? I know there's a lot of competition in them positions, but he had a brilliant game tonight. I'd like to see him more involved. Northampton Saints then 27 points to 35 in this one. But what a game of rugby that was to watch once again. Really, really enjoyed that. Really great game. That one. Let's have a look. Leinster, Ulster, Irish double. It'll be nice to see that. That's why I'm going to leave this. Oh, let's quickly just go through. Who do I think is going to win the cup? If it's not an Ulster-Leicester semi-final, I think that'll be the final. Oh, I back Ulster. Just about back Ulster. Well played, Saints. Few. Bring on the semi-final. Thanks, Brandon, once again. Thought we had blown a yellow card. Saved us. Glad you enjoyed it, Jonathan. And I'll see you on the next watch-along, hopefully. And Sean says, so happy for Ulster. I say they deserve a trophy. Well, let's see how they get on for the rest of the campaign. But there we go. That's what I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for watching this watch-along alongside me. It's been a very busy day on the channel, but I do appreciate your time. If I'm able to, I'll do at least one watch-along tomorrow. For one of the French sides. I'm not too sure which one, if I'm able to. If not, unfortunately, it'll be next weekend. But there'll be lots of videos going out over the next week on the channel. Got a few ideas that I want to mess about with and do. So make sure you subscribe for that. You've liked the stream as well. And I'll see you very soon. Really appreciate all the subscribers, all the likes, everything like that. It's very humbling that people want to watch me babble on about rugby for a few hours a week. But thank you. I do really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you very, very soon here. Good night to you all. Good night, Martin. Good night, Jonathan. Good night to everyone in the chat. I'll see you very soon. Take it easy, guys. Peace.